is log rotate device back. Why is orange? That's what I'm talking about. I think I just did. Y'all hit the like button on your way in. I'm trying to get my view right here. Wow, they got green screens now on here. That's crazy.
Yeah, he needs a little more pets.
Alright, I go this way. Orientation is log rotate device back. But it's not.
Yeah.
Can you just look me up and see how I'm showing up? Y'all give me a second. We'll get started in just a second. And hit that like button. No, it's working. I don't know why it says that on my screen.
Well, that's because like you're sideways, yeah.
So maybe I just have to go this way. You driving, bro? No, my wife is driving right now.
Get 75 pets.
I'm gonna turn my phone to. Yeah, I don't know why mine is only allowing me to go this way, so it is what it is.
Here's how to change the screen orientation on your iPhone. First, swipe down.
It's all good. All right, y'all hit that like button, man. We finally found some competence in Miami, man. We finally found some competence in Miami. We're gonna talk about it. We headed out on a family day to have a good time, but in the meantime, I wanted to chat with y'all, talk to y'all. We finally found some competence in the organization in Miami. I mean, me personally, I feel like this is huge information to understand who's responsible for what in that building in Miami, what's been going on.
Camden, Daddy's live streaming. Lower your voice.
I got a big glare on me, so I want to make sure y'all can see me and not just light. So we're gonna close the sunroof. All right, hit that like button, y'all. All right, that might be better. All right, so here's the deal. Brandon Shore is trying to save our future, and that's clear. For those who don't know who Brandon Shore is in the Miami Dolphins organization, he's responsible, he's the vice president over football operations and business operations for the Miami Dolphins. So he specializes, he's the lead contract negotiator, not Chris Grier. So when Chris Grier and everybody wants a player, he's negotiating. He's the one going through the contract information, trying to get it done. He also manages the salary cap. He's the cap guru for Miami. So that's just a little background. He has control and the business side. So he's above Chris Grier, but Chris Grier doesn't answer to him. Chris Grier answers to Ross. But Brandon Shore is the guy that stands between trying to kick back. But Grier answers to Ross. Even though Brandon Shore technically is the guy that's supposed to say, nah, that ain't gonna work. Nah, we can't do that. Or yes, we can. So we got a weird dynamic in Miami. You would think Chris Grier was doing all of this, but that's not the case. That's not the case. Brandon Shore does all that. Chris Grier is just out there getting the talent and all of that. Chris Grier is identifying the talent and saying, hey, Brandon, this is the guy I want to bring in. Chris Grier is picking the guys, but Brandon got to get it done from a contract standpoint and a salary cap standpoint. So thanks to Dave High, Alan Pupar, you already know, he was on with Dave High recently, and he disclosed the fact that what he was told was, and it all makes sense when you go back and you look at what was going on in the front office when it was time to give Tua the contract. Why did Mike McDaniel have to go to Stephen Ross and lobby for Tua? And remember when Tua said, how you do business is how you is who you are. And Tua got kind of upset that there was friction about his contract and his extension. Y'all remember that? Who was the friction with? Who was the friction with? We never really talked about that. Who was the person saying no? We kind of was like, oh, Stephen Ross ain't gonna do this. He ain't crazy. Who was that person that was saying no? We're not finna give Tua an extension. Who was the person? Because they're right. It wasn't Chris Greer. Chris Greer was ready to roll. I was wrong. I thought it might have even been Chris Greer that was finally doing the right thing. Y'all remember I would do streams and say, Chris Greer is finally doing the right thing. He's holding out onto his contract, and he might make him play it out. Even though I don't believe it, I know he gonna cave. But I was wrong to even think that Chris Greer was displaying that level of competence at the time. It wasn't Chris Greer. Chris Greer was all on board. And when Dave Hyde disclosed that, the light bulb, everything came on. He said that he was told that we don't give enough credit to Brandon Shore. That Brandon Shore was the guy in the front office that was telling everybody, no, let's not do this. It's irresponsible. Brandon Shore is the one that was using his brain, common sense, like I've been telling y'all. And do we ever talk about Brandon Shore? No. Do anybody ever talk about Brandon Shore? No, we don't even. This tells you how disengaged a lot of people are with what's really going on in the Miami Dolphins organization.
Stop, Siri.
This tells us we really are so far out of tune. Like, we know surface level stuff, but we don't understand the politics going on in the background. And this is a huge insight. Like, some people will listen to this and be like, oh, okay. No, this is massive to understand what's really going on in that front office. And the reality is, let me stop and grab some gas. The reality is, Brandon Shore.
Do I make it?
I mean, you're good for now. But Brandon Shore was the one trying to use the voice of reason, telling everybody it absolutely makes no sense. And that's why Mike McDaniel had to go over his head to Stephen Ross and lobby. And Stephen Ross made the call to Brandon Shore, figure out a way to get it done. But you know what this also tells us? This is massive. It also tells us everybody who was against what Brandon Shore wanted to do, Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer, and potentially others, they really are on the hot seat. You know how I've been thinking lately, but what if they actually aren't on the hot seat? They are, because there was a guy in the building with accountability who manages the salary cap, who manages everything. So they really are on the hot seat. You know why? Because you had a guy telling Stephen Ross it's financially irresponsible. Stephen Ross agreed. McDaniel had to go over his head, lobby, and say, trust me. And Stephen Ross trusted him and dialed down to Brandon Shore. I understand it's irresponsible. Let's put it on them. Get it done. They're on the hot seat. They were wrong. They were wrong. They were just wrong. Period. Why was it irresponsible? Because he always getting hurt. You sign the contract, hurt again. Twice in last season. Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel look like they're going to be working their way out of the Miami Dolphins organization this year. In the middle of the year, the end of the year, Black Monday, whatever you want to call it. It looked like it might be happening unless they just shock the world and do something phenomenal this year. Why? Because who's in charge of the players? Who's in charge of the salary cap? Who's in charge of contract negotiations? Brandon Shore is. And look what Brandon Shore. We keep talking about Chris Greer. Chris Greer ain't do this. Look at what Brandon Shore did this offseason. He exercised the utmost patience and discipline this offseason. He exercised the utmost discipline this offseason. He gave nobody guaranteed money past this year. Nobody. Nobody guaranteed money past this year. This is what you call competence, because it's been really hard to find an ounce of it in the organization, and finally we get insight. We have found competence. Brandon Shore, at least he understands when enough is enough and you got to be responsible instead of reckless. When we talk about the Dolphins going forward, we got to remember this. This is the guy that they need to be listening to on decision making when it comes to stuff like this. It's just a common sense approach. He might have even wanted to, but it doesn't matter. At least he recognized when it was worth it and when it wasn't to actually pay him. This is what you call competence. And the competence was overrode by Mike McDaniel, Stephen Ross, Chris Greer, and company. And now Stephen Ross has a baseline to say, I have overridden in favor of you, Chris Greer, twice now. The first time was with Brian Flores, and it's starting to look like he was right. And now it's with Brandon Shore, and it's really starting to look like they were right. That's what we're getting right now. Shout out to Scant Dollar dropping a donation, said Dave Hyde always said who's looking out for the organization. Salute Brandon Shore. This is the first I'm hearing of it, bro. This is the first I'm hearing of it. Actually putting the name on it and painting the picture where, man, that makes all the sense in the world. There was somebody that was against it, and now to know that it actually wasn't Chris Greer and that we're not giving enough credit to the person who really was what had the resistance, and that Brandon Shore. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon Shore. Appreciate the dono, Scant. I think we had a member who checked in. Shout out to A. Burgos, the homie in the building. Been a member for 41 months, said last chance. Talk about pressure. Greer and McDaniel better make it work. You ain't never lied, man. They on the clock. They on the clock officially. After me hearing what I just heard, it ain't even a question anymore. They're on the clock. You had a guy in the building telling you that it wasn't smart, and they overrode it, and it didn't work out. Matter of fact, it's not even that it didn't work out. It was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. Nobody's talking about that. It was a train wreck. This experience is turning into a train wreck, and nobody's talking about it. Every team has an excuse every year for not winning a Super Bowl, which makes it null and void for every team's excuse for not winning a Super Bowl. Everybody keep talking about the hair, man. Just a little cuttage, man. Fresh cut, a little line up, you know. Appreciate y'all. But y'all hit that like button for me, man. And if you want to become a member of TD Fins Talk, hit that membership button. We just uploaded a whole bunch more emojis. So if anybody that's a member is watching right now, spam the chat with some of the new emojis that I loaded for all the members of the channel. All you got to do is hit that join button so you can take advantage of becoming a member. I checked the other day. I actually have 102 members on the channel, man. I actually got 102 members. I didn't even realize how many. So I got a nice little feature I'm gonna add to the channel moving forward too for all members. We're gonna start doing giveaways. All right, it's a whole new feature that's pretty dope. If you watch the AFC's roundtable, you saw it last week, the spin the wheel. So we're gonna start doing giveaways for all the members. All right. And we're going to start doing giveaways at the end of the shows at least once a week. where you'll be able to win something pretty dope. All right. So stay tuned for that. Again, join the membership if you want to be a part of it. All right. But yeah. Listen, there's another one to talk about and I want to address. And I need everybody watching right now to pay close attention to what we're about to talk about, because we got to stop the foolery, the foolishness, and we got to start talking facts. You know, we've been debating for 5 years now, man. It's crazy. We never debated like in the Dolphins community. Like the last 5 years has really been. It's just like the landscape of politics, man. It's been crazy, man. But we've been debating a lot of debates for the last 5 years, and you hear all these arguments and this and that, and it's like I'm here to bring the reasoning and the truth, and the bigger picture. Let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. And this is something that I want to address, but before we get to that, y'all hit that like button. You got to hit that like button. We got almost 200 people here on YouTube. Twitter's not getting this right now. This is why I tell people on Twitter, come subscribe to YouTube, because I'm live, fresh on YouTube right now, all right? But hit that like button for me, y'all. We got to at least get 100 likes, all right? But here's what's interesting to me. Our good friend Omar Kelly, we were going back and forth on Twitter, and we had a good conversation, and we might have something real special coming to y'all soon. Stay tuned. We're going back and forth, but then I read one of his posts, and it was real interesting to me, the narrative surrounding our quarterback and Tua, right? Omar Kelly put out a tweet that said, Tua Tagovailoa is like the ninth most important issue in Miami. Stop making things about him. He's like ranked 9th in the issues for the Miami Dolphins. And I was like, man, he's ranked 9th, huh? I don't know. Maybe he is. But I want y'all to take 30 seconds right now to think about that. Do you think he's ranked 9th? When you go down the list of all the issues with Miami, where do you have Tua ranked? Put your number in the chat. Put your number in the chat. When you go through all the issues, coaching, play calling, defense, drop passes, O-line, of course, right? Probably number 1, right? Now be fair, because I see all these 1s dropping and some 2s. But what number on priority of issues in Miami would you place Tua? Y'all are killing me with all these 1s. I'm not even going to say he's the number 1 issue. I'm not even going to say he's the number 1 issue. I'm going to say the O-line, because they have never really significantly gotten it right, especially when you need it, right? And I just kept saying to myself, man, how did Omar get to 9? Like, how many, I really got to hear from him. I really got to get those 8 other issues in order from him. How did you get to 9? But you know what I realized as y'all hit the like button? You know what I realized? The problem with the Miami Dolphins and the problem with even the Tua defenders and apologists, and the problem with Omar's statement here about number 9. Here's what I realized. Even if I agree that Tua is 9th on the list, you know what everybody's issue is? That they don't seem to comprehend? Is the fact that he's even on the list. That's the point, people. I don't care if he was reason 248. You're on the list. Like, this is what I mean by big picture. I'm here to give you the big picture. They want you to argue about the semantics of he's ninth on the list. He shouldn't even be on the list. Joe Burrow and the Bengals were trash last year. Is Joe Burrow on the list? No. This is the point. People are like, oh, well, y'all want to pick on him. There's bigger issues. You got to fix this, that. Everything on the list has to be addressed. Let me tell you what it really means, though. This is what they're actually admitting without trying to bring attention to it. Let me decipher this for you. What they are admitting without admitting it, because they'll never say it out of their mouth, they want this team around Tua to be so good that you don't even notice his flaws. They want the team to carry him and give him zero responsibility to carry the team because they already know he can't. That's the problem. That's what they don't want to talk about. That's why they argue the way that they do. That's why they want you to pay attention to him being the ninth issue and get you all bound up. Y'all need to stop messing with him and focus on those other issues, because they want you to fix all 8 other whatever ghost issues, the other 8 issues, so that it can make up for him versus the other way around. That's what's really happening. And that's not what it's supposed to be when you have a franchise quarterback. It is backwards. More covering up your mistakes.
A different type of parkour, but you don't know. Opposite parkour.
Someone said only about 3 quarterbacks carry a team. Super Bowl champ Hurts isn't one of them. You done lied to me. See, here's another one. Let me educate y'all on. I'm glad you said that. Let me break that down too. This is why I'm very detailed on what I believe, and I actually have like a system mentally in the game of football that backs it up. Elite quarterbacks can win Super Bowls, but you don't have to be elite to win a Super Bowl. I've explained this a million times. There are like 10 tiers of quarterbacks. Elite, great, really good. Those are the 3 type of quarterbacks that can win a Super Bowl. Elite quarterbacks carry the team. Those 3 you're talking about, but it's more like 4 or 5 in the league, by the way. 4 or 5. And just because some of them don't have one yet, somebody got to lose when 2 of them going up against each other. Don't forget that.
Are you saying there's currently 4 or 5 Brady's in the league right now?
There are 4 or 5 elite quarterbacks in the league. That don't mean they're Brady's. Brady is the GOAT. He is elite, but he's above all of them.
Okay, so that's another category in of itself.
Yeah, like the GOAT is another category by itself, but he played elite in a different way, by the way. And just to indulge, let me try to name those 4 or 5. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, elite. Josh Allen is elite. Okay? Hadn't won a Super Bowl, because when elite goes up against elite, one of them still got to lose. One of them still got to lose. And that's why Patrick Mahomes is so great, because he's dominating these other elite guys. Help putting him closer to Brady, but not there. Okay? Lamar Jackson, elite. Who Lamar Jackson keep losing to? Either Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, typically. You see how that works? He's still elite. He still can carry the team. Now, I am a little disappointed in Lamar lately, because even though he plays phenomenal, even in those games, his turnovers are hurting his team. But he's still elite. Okay? Who else? So we got Lamar, we got Josh, we got Patrick. Joe Burrow, elite. There ain't no question about that after what he did to get to the Super Bowl, beating the Chiefs and all of these guys with a terrible O-line, might I add. Don't forget the game he got sacked 10 times and still beat them in the playoffs. That's elite. Okay? And so that's 4 right there. I'm going to stay at 4, but I'm going to tell you another one who's showing eliteness right now, but we don't want to say it because he's too young, because he can drop next year easily, but Jaden Daniels. He's having an elite career so far, but it's only 1 year. Because if he did what he did last year 4 years in a row, we'd be saying Jaden Daniels is one of them elite guys. But we're going to knock him for only 1 season. Okay? And I see y'all in the chat naming people like Dak, Stafford, Goff. They're not elite. I'm giving you the guys that are elite. I just gave you the 5 that I believe are elite. Now we'll go to the next level of quarterbacks who are great. Stafford is great. Jared Goff is borderline. Good, great. You know, to me. I see people say, Dak Prescott. He ain't great. Dak Prescott don't beat nobody good, just like Tua when it mattered most. That ain't greatness.
We did that year. There was a catch. They called it back. We were about to beat them. It was a catch. Thank you, baby. It was a catch.
And I agree with whoever said that in the chat. Stafford is an elite passer, not an elite quarterback. Exactly. That's why I ain't put him in elite. He is great. He's great. And here's the funny thing. There ain't many great quarterbacks. You got elite, great, and really good. There ain't many elite quarterbacks. I mean, there are only 5 elite quarterbacks I got. There's like 2 great quarterbacks.
You could You can sneak back in there.
No, you can't.
When the Cowboys fall apart,
hold on. This is my screen. Y'all see how they trying to take over my screen?
Wait a minute. Don't speak on our team when we have representatives in the building. When the Cowboys fall apart, it is partially Dak's fault, yes, but there's other elements at play too. Sometimes Dak don't show up and our defense don't show up all at the same time, and it's a ghetto mess. So thank you. So go ahead and sneak. Dak is at the bottom tier of the great category.
Can I finish my screen?
Can we just say that? Can we put Dak at the bottom?
No, we can't. No, we can't. This is my list. You want to do a screen with your list?
You got too many Cowboys fans in the building to talk about the Cowboys. You keep the Cowboys.
You want to do a
screen? You keep the Cowboys name out of your mouth, okay?
So, oh my God, Dak ain't no better than no Jaden. Anyway, can I do my stream?
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Y'all see what they be doing? Anyway.
In the car, I'm just saying.
All right, man, listen. So, great quarterbacks, Stafford, borderline, Goff.
Why can't Dak be on a borderline? We're just asking to be on a borderline.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's it.
Wow, okay.
Now, remember I said 3 tiers can win a Super Bowl. Elite, great, really good. Okay? We done did elite. I done gave you my great. Now let's go really good. That's why I said that Jared Goff is, I have him borderline really good and great, whatever. Guys that are on the cusp of it, okay? Most of them are just young. Really good, Justin Herbert. Really good, CJ Stroud. Really good, Jordan Love. Those are the guys to me that are really good.
Now you're being disrespectful.
Those are the guys to me that's really good.
He's disrespectful,
who I feel like can actually win a Super Bowl.
He is literally so disrespectful.
And by the way,
Your hand is in my blind
oh, sorry.
spot.
Really good, Jalen Hurts.
What?
Jalen Hurts is really good.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Now let me help y'all understand the criteria here. No, Jalen Hurts is not.
Thank you. Like, what are you doing? This whole list is.
So what a really good quarterback is, they not carrying the team, but they're doing their job and they're doing it well to where they're not hurting their team.
Oh my God.
That's what a really good quarterback is. They are not carrying the team. They're not going off the charts with their stats and everything, but they are not hurting their team. They are not the reason their team is losing. They do not contribute to the loss when they lose. That's what really good is. Those are the quarterbacks. So that is 10 quarterbacks right there in the NFL from elite, great, and really good that I feel like have a real shot at winning a Super Bowl. But the really good guys, you need more around them on the team. They're not going to hurt you, but they're going to do their job, but you need a good team. The great guys, they need a solid team, and they're not going to carry the team, but they're going to do some things over and beyond. And the elite guys, they're carrying. And you put a good team around there, it's a wrap. That's my criteria. Now, let's go to the fourth tier. Just good. You can't win a Super Bowl with just good. That's Dak Prescott. Just like Tony Romo. Hold on. Hold on. Can I finish?
Don't speak on my quarterback. Don't do that.
So let me give you the good. Let me give you the good. And let me tell you why they're good. They might could put up stats. But when they play really good, great, and elite, they fold.
Okay, you need to stop.
When they play, and not just the quarterback, but the teams they play. When they play really good teams, and they play great teams, and they play elite teams, when it matters most. When it matters most, at the end of the season or in the playoffs, they fold. Dak Prescott. Tua Tagovailoa.
Don't you dare put Dak in the same. That is daggone disrespectful. Do not put Dak in the same category. Tua does not have a playoff win. Dak at least has Cowboys.
You stop watching the Cowboys. Why is that?
Do not put Dak.
Why is you know what? I'm not getting into this.
Do not put Dak in the same category.
I'm not getting into this.
Don't play with me like that.
Let me give y'all the good quarterbacks that's gonna be good enough not to be good enough. It's the worst quarterback you can have.
Oh my
Dak
God.
Prescott.
Oh my God.
Tua Tagovailoa.
No.
Kyler Murray.
Oh my God.
Geno Smith.
Wow.
Sam Darnold.
That's crazy.
Baker Mayfield.
Whoa. You're doing a lot.
It's more.
You lost all credibility.
It's more.
Man. This is crazy.
See, they don't want to hear it, but this is the truth. This is how it is.
No. Shut the stream down, because you're losing all credibility. You talking crazy.
This is what you deal with. These are your borderline guys. Your Kirk Cousins now.
Oh my God.
You know, now Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers used to be in the upper echelon, but right now you're Aaron Rodgers. We had 8 quarterbacks that's good, but not good enough. So, and it's probably more, but those are the main ones. And then the 5th category is above average. I don't even want to name them, but you see where I'm going with this?
You can't.
And then the 6th category is average.
Thank you.
All your Zach Wilsons and all of them.
Thank you, Tua.
Your 7th category is below average. Your 8th category is certified backup.
Just do S-A-B.
Your 9th category and so forth, just bad and trash, whatever. However you want to do it. But that's how I look at it. You got to be in the top 3 tiers. So my whole point in all of this.
You will not put Dak in the same
my
category
whole
as
point,
these people that can't even win a playoff.
My whole point in all of this is when y'all argue there's only 3 quarterbacks that carry to defend Tua. We know that. But you don't have to be a quarterback to carry that win a Super Bowl. But you gotta be, if you're not elite carrying, you gotta be great or really good. And if you're just good, I'm telling y'all, out of this list, from 7 down, the 7 quarterback is worse than a 6-5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because a 7, you gonna waste your time and years on trying to figure it out.
Like Tua.
They not going to be bad enough to where you scoff at them all day, but they're not going to be good enough to help you get over the hump ever. You know what? I forgot Bo Nix. I'm going to put Bo Nix. Bo Nix is really good. He got a chance in his start. Remember, these young guys can change real fast. Like he could be a bum next year and change.
What's the San
Jane Daniels elite.
What's the San Francisco one?
Purdy?
Yeah, you forgot Purdy. Where you
Ooh,
putting Purdy?
see, the jury's still out on Purdy in this regard. Purdy is good, just like Tua and all of them. Can he? I still got to see like one more season to say, can he get to the really good? But he'll never be great. He'll never be elite. Now his team around him can make him look like he is, but who he truly is, he can never be one of those. His ceiling is really good, and he ain't reached that yet. So I don't even know if he can win a Super Bowl. And right now, I just have him good.
What about Justin Herbert?
Herbert is really good. Herbert is really good. Herbert got elite talent, but his overall play is really good.
I don't like your tiers. Your tiers are trash. Your tiers are garbage.
I get it, you know. It doesn't include your guy. Lamar is elite. We already went through that.
No, because you have to have
Josh Allen elite. We went through that.
No. If you're gonna have a category as detailed as 10 tiers, you're gonna have to have some baselines of each tier. You're not gonna put Dak in a category with quarterbacks that have never won a playoff game, that have never done it. Like that have never had a winning season. That's not fair to put him in that category.
How many playoff wins that guy?
I don't care if he has one. How many does Tua have? You're not putting them in the same category. That's not fair. That's the only issue I have.
How many playoff wins that guy? And how many times he tried?
My point is,
how many years they been in the league?
Hold on. My point, the matter is, like for example, you can't put Patrick Mahomes in the same category as a Lamar. It's just not fair. At the end of the day, there has to be some kind of baseline if you're going to have this many categories.
No.
What about
Dak Prescott? Listen, let me get something straight. If you can't beat better competition, you will never be above good.
No, right. If you never has, but
no. Hold on.
You cannot put him in the same category.
When it matters most in the big moments.
But there's sometimes he has. So what I'm trying to say is
Dak Prescott's failed way more than he succeeded.
It doesn't matter. There's some people that haven't succeeded at all.
And they not up there. They not up there.
You
That's
can't
why.
put him in their same category. That's disrespectful.
No, but they're younger. They
other
still have an
factors.
opportunity.
Tua is not that
They're
much younger
younger.
than Dak.
Man,
He's
Dak
not that much younger
how
than
many years
Dak.
Dak been in the league? It feel like 10 now.
Oh my gosh, you're insane.
How many years Dak been in the league?
It's been a while, but
can you look it up? It feel like 10.
Tua is not a newbie at this point. He's been in there like 5 years.
I don't have to argue with you on Tua and Dak being in the same category. None of them over the threshold, so it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. But if you're gonna, what I'm trying to say is, if you got 3 categories, I hear you. But you're talking about 10. You got to be more specific than that.
Hillary, but you're defending a good quarterback.
No,
he's not really good. Okay, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question.
You're not. But respectfully, you're not putting.
Okay, that's fine.
Dak is better than Tua.
Then let me ask you this question: is Dak better than Lamar?
No.
I never said he was.
Is he better than Josh Allen?
No.
Put Mahomes.
No.
Jaden Daniels.
No. Yes.
Stop. Y'all just hating on your own division.
I haven't watched Jaden Daniels enough to know.
Oh my God. Is he better than Burrow?
That's not what I'm arguing.
Is he better than Burrow? Is he better than Stafford?
No. What I'm saying
is he better than Goff?
What I'm saying is, within each of those tiers, right? I'm sure you have if you have 3 or 4 players in each tier, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Dak might be at number 4 in that level of tier, but he's certainly not in Tua's tier. Stop playing. If you had
this is why you can't tell. Hold on.
If you had to rank your elites, right? So you have to rank your Patrick Mahomes, your Josh Allen, your Lamar Jackson, and your Joe Burrow. Put them in order.
Okay.
Put them in order.
Well,
put your elites in order real quick.
My elites in order?
Yes. Put them in order.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Stop it.
No, are we talking accomplishment or skill?
However you want to it's your stupid little tier system. However you want to quantify it. I'm just saying because you got to be accurate. You be losing credibility with some of the stuff
you hurt my feelings. Calling my tiers stupid.
Whatever. Feelings ain't hurt.
Listen, you know what? I ain't got to put that in order. This is the point I'm making. If you want to talk about Dak little measly 2 playoff wins,
don't matter.
Ryan Tannehill got more playoff wins than Dak Prescott.
Put Tannehill up there.
Tannehill ain't up there though.
Put him up there.
He ain't up there though.
I always thought Tannehill was a good quarterback who had a bad situation. Put him up there. He throws darts. Let's do it.
Listen.
I'm not no disrespect to Ryan Tannehill.
But you trying to qualify Tannehill just to help Dak out.
No, but I'm saying Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback than Tua, though.
Listen, this is where y'all...
Is Ryan Tannehill not a better quarterback than Tua? Then why put him in the same category? Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback than Tua. Argue with your mama on that one.
That's subjective.
It
depends on what skill set you're looking for.
No. What skill set Tua got What skill set does Tua have over Tannehill? I'll wait. I'm just being honest. I'll wait.
I never thought about that.
Thank you.
I don't know what skill set
You
he
can't
got.
name one.
I think I just been bled in my ear about how
You can't
he's
name
better
one.
than Tua.
There you go.
Mm.
You can't name
Still
one.
better.
I don't know.
Would you put them in the same category?
Listen, man, shout out to Owner Ron with the donation said, imagine the people looking in this car, watching you argue, thinking it's something serious. Say what's
yeah.
up to Hill and the boys for me. Hey, listen, man, they just getting mad that Dak ain't
Listen.
Super Bowl worthy. He'll
Okay.
die. I told them when they replaced Romo, I said,
Baby,
Dak
we
ain't
might
ever
charge
gonna
you,
win
baby.
y'all a Super Bowl. Y'all got Romo 2.0. Who better, Dak or Romo?
Dak.
What has he done better than Romo did in
It
Dallas?
don't matter. Dak's better. Stop playing.
Y'all can't even name it. What has Dak Prescott done that Tony Romo hasn't?
Okay, but Dak's still better.
Dak's
Okay,
better.
but Dak's still better. Y'all got Dak 2.0, and I told y'all that when you got him. I told y'all
Okay, all
that.
right, talk about your little team. Go ahead. Stop, leave us talk
My
about
little team.
We're just telling you, don't be disrespectful.
Boy, listen, you gave up on the Cowboys. Now you ain't your feelings.
No. I had to protect my peace and my mental health this year. So I'll watch next year. The point is, you were disrespectful, so we had to call you out. But
They
go
both
ahead,
got
talk
two
about your
playoff
team.
wins. They're both the same tier.
All right, y'all, listen, we about to
But
get
that
out of
tier
here
is still above
and
Tua in
do
that
some
tier.
shopping. We about to have some family time together. But listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We might crank it back up later because they don't know what they talking about. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all hit that like button. Again, if you want to become a member, hit that join button. We've arrived to our destination. God bless each and every one of y'all.
We hijacked y'all's stream, everyone. Sorry.
Say sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
Look at baby girl. She like, I'll talk about nonsense.
With her bow cocked to the side like that.
Cammy, it's time to go. You ready?
Can we just sit inside the car?
No,
No,
sir. We
you gotta
gotta
go
go get you some more stuff. All right, y'all. Very entertaining. LOL. Listen, man. They just heard about their little cowboy
don't be
team. That's
disrespectful.
all it
Talk
is.
about your team. Don't be talking about nobody else. There you go.
Hey, this is my stream. All right, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. Your purse.
Yeah. I need a new bag. Can I get a purse today?
Yes, baby. You say we're gonna coach.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all cash app your boy.
Oh my goodness.
The wife, she about to do a number on my
Do
pocket.
I not deserve it?
Yeah, you
I
deserve
haven't
it.
asked for anything all year long.
Yes, you deserve it.
Thank you.
If you admit that Dak ain't it, he the same, he no difference
If
than
I get my
Tua.
bag,
Yep.
I'll say whatever you want me to say.
Boy, oh boy. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. Finna get out of here. We finna go have some family time. I'll see y'all soon. See you maybe this evening or tomorrow. We gonna elaborate on this conversation that we started having, all right? And shout out to the only competent person in the Miami Dolphins organization, Brandon Shore, all right? Peace, y'all. Get the credit card out, TD. No credit. That ain't good. I don't want to use no credit. We gotta pay cash. That's what I said. Send your boy a cash app. I'm about to get drained. Love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.